In today's version of There's an App for That, we're going to be discussing the app called Skitch. Skitch is really an annotation app that allows users or students to annotate basically anything. They can annotate images that they have created or that they have found elsewhere. They can annotate web pages. They can annotate PDFs. The options are really endless. These annotations can then be shared within another app or in some other method. To get started, I'm going to click on the bottom right-hand corner of my screen and pull up my gallery. As you can see, these are the pictures I already have in my photo library, but I also have other options for bringing things into Skitch. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see I can start with my camera, and I can actually just take a picture and annotate that. I can tap on the plus sign to create a new blank page to Skitch. I can tap on this little place marker here, and I'll actually do that, and pull up a map of the United States, and I can type in an address and click snap, and it will bring me right to that address. And I'll just type in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then if I go ahead and click snap, you'll see that I will get then a pin to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I can then go ahead and annotate that particular, just that area. So I could highlight that area if I wanted to. Other things that I can do in here is I can actually annotate a web page. So let's say I wanted students to learn a little bit about World War II. So I've already searched for this web page, and I wanted them to watch a couple of videos within this web page. I could scroll down to the videos that I wanted them to watch because there are 59 videos, and let's say I don't want them to watch all of them. If I go ahead and I click snap at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I can pull up my list of tools by clicking on this arrow. And I can put emoticons, I can highlight, but I'm going to put a circle around this. And I'm going to say, I want you to watch the D-Day invasion video. And I could then share that snap with my students so they know exactly what video I'm talking about, which is really great for especially our primary students. I'm going to go back here, and you can also pull in a PDF if you click the PDF button. Since I already have a PDF on in my camera, I'll just show you that. Let's say I wanted to show kids how to do a works cited page, and I had a sample works cited page. I can pull up my annotation tool and I can do several things. If I wanted them to understand how to annotate a multimedia source, I could then, and I'm just going to go ahead and circle, the DVD, which shows in the multimedia source. Say I wanted them to understand how to annotate a print source. I could use my arrow feature and go ahead and put an arrow to print so they would know exactly what they need to do. I could also add text by putting the text box if I wanted to. And I could just type in print source. You can also work with colors and change those so that students can see that. And then I could share that with my students. The other thing I can do is I can pull in or have students practice. Let's say we were reading a story and we wanted to map the route that a character took. I could have students say, pull up maybe, I don't know, let's just stick with the arrow feature and put an arrow that the character started in St. Paul, and then maybe they drove all the way down to Santa Fe. And my students could really basically go through and kind of annotate or highlight the main places that a character went. I could do this with science projects. I could have students pull up or put a picture of let's say a flower, and they could annotate or let me know the different parts of a flower. Once I've finished annotating the sketch or doing what I need to, it's very easy to share. I'm just going to click on the upload button in the upper right hand corner of the screen, and it will bring me to a new screen where I can caption this photo if I want to put some additional information, maybe a first and last name or whatever I need students to go ahead and put in there. And then I can also go ahead and choose where I want this particular thing to go. I can email it, Twitter and Facebook, obviously they're not going to use, but I can also use the other app feature. And that allows me to maybe put this sketch into Creative Book Builder, to Shobi, Evernote, Google Drive, and then that is a sketch I can either share with my teacher or I can go ahead and use for some other app smashing later on. If you need some help with using Skitch with your students, contact your iLearn specialist.